Ladies and gentlemen, we finally have the full details for the legendary commander swap event coming soon to Rise of Kingdoms. And yes, as you can see, you are able to swap for King Arthur, which is incredible. So today we're going to go over all of the new details that have been revealed for the commander swap event, which I am actually super excited about, honestly. And we're also going to go over a couple of other things that were revealed during this event, such as King Arthur's combo talents and the Gathering of Heroes event, which is another new event that lets you recruit legendary commanders that you don't own. So let's just jump right into everything. But first, what's going on, guys? Cheers. Now, as you guys know, I am a partnered creator with Rise of Kingdoms, which means they support a few videos on the channel every single month, just like this one. But the most important support comes from you guys dropping a thumbs up and consider subscribing down below for more Rise of Kingdoms breaking news. I also again woke up at 4:40 in the morning, 4:40 a.m. to make this video for you guys, so please drop a thumbs up. But let's just jump right into the information here. Okay, all of this comes from a beautiful update video that was posted on the official Rise of Kingdoms YouTube channel. I'm gonna link this down below if you guys want to take a look at everything, because I probably won't cover everything in this video, but I will start with the commander swap event, because this is probably what I put in the title and thumbnail, and it's probably what you guys are most excited about, because this has been the most requested event in all of Rise of Kingdoms history. Okay, so here we can see the details. First of all, every governor can swap 2 times. Okay, so you can pick 2 commanders, swap their levels, and then you can do that again with a second set of commanders. Now, some commanders are not eligible, and luckily for us, it's a very small list. Okay, so as we predicted on this channel, you are unable to swap commanders such as Barca, Minamoto, and Ethelfled, and then on top of that, you also cannot swap the legendary gathering commanders. And this makes a lot of sense, because it was so easy to get these legendary gathering heroes that it wouldn't have been fair to do that. But that isn't the only limitation here, because you can only select commanders that you have already recruited. Okay, so this is going to be, depending on how long this event lasts, I'm really wondering how this is going to work, right? Because as we've already shown, you can swap for King Arthur, which means this event would have to be around long enough to unlock King Arthur, which comes through the King's Trials event. Okay, and this is, by the way, all of this footage is from a test server, so details are subject to the official update in game, by the way. But this shows it being a 3-day event. It's probably more than 3 days, but we'll have to wait and see to know exactly how long. But I mean, for the commander swap event to make any sense at all with King Arthur, it would have to last as long or longer than it would take to summon King Arthur from this event. Okay, so all you need are, well, you have to finish this event entirely in order to unlock King Arthur, because you need 6 crowns, which means you need these 3 and these 3, which means you have to complete the board entirely. Okay, so keep that in mind for the commander swap event. You do need to own and unlock this commander. Okay, so the commanders, you have to own both commanders that you're swapping, and you will swap their upgrade cost records. You can only swap a commander 1 time. I don't know why that's a limitation. I mean, like, why would you swap it twice? Like, why would I, expertise King Arthur, and then why would I swap him for somebody else? It doesn't make sense. But just bear in mind, if you make a mistake, you can't unswap a commander. Okay, so please be very careful with this event. The greater the level difference between the swapped commanders, the more legendary swap tickets it'll cost, which we will talk about in this video. Swaps can't be undone, so don't bother reaching out to VIP support, don't bother reaching out to in-game support, don't bother reaching out on Discord. Okay, just be careful, swap the correct commanders. Okay, don't accidentally pick Leonidas when you meant to pick Belisarius Prime. Okay, pick the correct commanders, don't bother support. Also, do not immigrate during this event, because you will no longer be able to participate regardless of if you did it or not. Okay, so if you're going to immigrate during this event, make sure you do all your swaps. Okay, so very, very important restrictions here. Now, you are able to pick gold key commanders, which is very exciting here. One thing that I don't know, however, is what happens to your excess sculptures, right? That is not a question that's answered in this video. So for example, if I pick my Charles Martel, who I have expertise and over 600 sculptures of, what happens to those excess 600 sculptures? That's really something that I'm curious about, because for me, that would be like the prime thing to swap, and I will probably test that here on the channel. But besides that, as you can see here, you literally just swap commanders. This is a fully expertise Genghis Khan, level 60, 6 stars, and you can swap it for a Arthur that has simply been unlocked. Okay, so this is level 1 skill point and 1 star, and if you're going to do a full swap of these commanders, then you are going to need legendary swap tickets, and there are 2 ways to get these legendary swap tickets. You can purchase up to 120 legendary swap tickets through gem purchases, and then you can purchase, from what I understand, an additional 120 swap tickets from a bundle. Okay, now this is very important. The cost is very important. This means that you can spend 12,000 gems on swap tickets. Okay, 100 gems times 120 is 12,000 gems, so extremely cheap, by the way, extremely cheap for a full legendary commander. And that is relevant because that is how much it costs to swap a legendary commander. Okay, as you can see here, this will completely swap the Genghis Khan's skills, stars, levels, everything over to King Arthur. Okay, for 12,000, effectively 12,000 gems. That's what this is going to cost. So I'm very excited about that. I mean, just genuinely, like, I made a video, and I know you guys are going to be mad at me. I made a video saying that even if this was 50k, it would be the best deal in Rise of Kingdoms history, which we did the math. That's true, but it's only 12,000. So like, I'm super excited for this. And also keep in mind, if you don't swap for a full expertise, right? Like, let's say you don't have 12,000 gems. They made the point of showing that if you swap a 5551 commander, it will cost 72 tickets, so 7,200 gems. Okay, so if you don't have a fully, like, let's say you're a new player, you don't have a fully expertise commander to even swap, okay, or you just don't have 12,000 gems, you can still get a commander that is 80 or 90% like at their best value for 72 swap tickets, which is 7,200 gems. Very great deal here. That's like 10 spins on the Wheel of Fortune, right? You do the 3,600 gem spin twice, like, that's insane. Okay, so this is, and again, this is 5551. That's 380 legendary commander sculptures worth of value. A lot of times a legendary commander sculpture is obtained for about 1,000 gems. So the value of that, what's 380 sculptures times 1,000? Okay, I'm just trying to put this into perspective because this is so insanely cheap that, like, I'm actually shocked at how cheap this is to do this event. But it's good news that you can swap commanders that are 5511 or 5551. My recommendation for this event is to swap expertise commanders if you can. The other thing is, let's say, you know, because you get 2 swaps, right, and you can only get 120 tickets for free to play, right? You can get 120 tickets from gem purchases, and then the rest are from the bundle. That means that you cannot do 2 5551 commanders, right? Because this is 72 tickets. 72 twice is 144, right? So that exceeds the 120 tickets that you can get, which means if you wanted to get 2 commanders that are 5551, then you would have to buy a few tiers of that bundle. Okay, so my recommendation is, it's probably better to get your hands on a full legendary commander than it is to get one 5551 commander and then a second swap of, you know, 5511, or maybe, you know, buying the first few bundle tiers. We don't know the specifics for all of this, but as you can see, the first tier of the bundle is 12 tickets. Okay, so effectively for 12,000 gems, and then if you bought the I assume, I don't know what currency this is, but I assume this is the $5 bundle, it's 12. So if you only spend $5 and 12,000 gems, then that means that you get 132 tickets. So that means that most likely, I suspect the $10 bundle will either contain either 24 or maybe it contains 20. Even if it contains 15, then you would still be able to do the 2 swaps of 5551. Okay, so if you wanted to do 2 swaps both for 5551, you probably need to get the first 2 tiers of this bundle. Again, we don't know for sure until this comes into the game. So stay up to date on by subscribing to the channel. We will probably cover all of this stuff as it lands in game very, very soon. So that's everything that we know about the commander swap event. But most importantly, if you just want to do one swap, it's 12,000 gems. You can get King Arthur. You do need to make sure you unlock King Arthur first, because like I said, this is only eligible for commanders that you have already recruited. Okay, and besides that, there's really no restrictions, which is incredible. So that's the full details of the commander swap event. This is insanely good value for every player in the game. Like, I'm super stoked about this. I hope that I can swap my Cao Cao, who I have like 900 extra sculptures of. I hope I can just swap him away for whoever I want, swap away my Charles Martel for whoever I want, and then be done with it. And it's literally just 2 new commanders for the value of 1 bundle purchase and 12k gems. That's basically how I'm looking at this for me as a mid spender in the game. So I am very, very happy. Now, the next thing that I want to cover here is the where's that recruit event, right? Because this is going to be very helpful for you guys who do not have the commander that you want to unlock. Okay, so this is going to be your way to kind of get them last minute before the commander swap event, or I suspect during the commander swap event. It's the gathering of heroes. Okay, so every single day you're going to have daily quests. So this is going to be important. You have to do pretty much every daily quest if you want to unlock the commanders that you want. Some commanders can only be selected after a certain number of recruitments, so you can't just come in and just get Gorgo or Ragnar Prime right away for free, easy peasy. Okay, you're gonna have to work your way up to that, which is unfortunate, but this is still a way to get legendary commanders for free, literally for free. Okay, so as we can see, this is what I assume to be the highest tier. I don't understand why like Liu Che, for example, would be 2 recruits to unlock, whereas somebody like CPO Prime would be 10 recruits to unlock. Like, that's crazy. So I don't really understand all of that. I don't understand where they're getting this stuff from, but like this first tier is very easy to unlock. Like, these are the ones you can get right away. William Wallace is here, which is great, I guess. So if you didn't have William Wallace, you can unlock him from that. I would recommend that you unlock Mightiest Governor commanders from this that you think might be field viable. Unfortunately, there's not many of them, right? But like, for example, for archers, getting your hands on Ashurbanipal is great. Even Nebu is still solid, right? So those are things to consider. Also worth noting, you are able to get your hands on the engineering commanders here. I wonder what this is. Like, what is the extra tab here, right? Like, we've 1 2 3 4 5. We've got the 4 troop types plus leadership. What is that one? Is that gathering? Can you get gathering heroes from this? Like, what is it? Anyway, so that's pretty much how this works. Just logging in, you're going to get 2 of these tokens, defeat 100 barbarians. That's a daily quest, by the way. So you're going to be grinding barbs during this event. Spend 1,000 gems. Hopefully this occurs during the commander swap event. So you just buy your tickets for 1,000 gems. Boom, you get this. That would be great. 480 minutes of speed ups. That's nothing. Log in for 7 days is great. Spend 10,000 gems. Spend 50,000 gems. Whew, baby, that is expensive. Okay, so that, I mean, we're definitely getting up there. Increase your power by 600,000. Some of these are going to be pretty hard to do. That's why they're called challenge quests. But again, these are sort of ways that you can unlock new legendary commanders that you didn't have before, which is very, very good. Okay, the other event that I'm just going to touch on briefly is unlocking tavern commanders. This event is very simple. You literally just log in every day and you get to unlock all the tavern commanders. Every day is going to get you a different epic commander, and then different milestones are actually going to get you different legendary commanders. So the first 2 that you unlock here, it looks like Thutmose and Pyrrhus, which are like 2 of the best gold key commanders in the entire game, which is insane, right? So the first 5 days you log in, you get the 2 best gold key commanders. I know Martel and Mehmed are like also insanely good, but there you go. Then you get the gatherers, which isn't great, but then after that, day 17 and beyond, it looks like it's a mystery, and you're going to get different, you know, legendary commanders from the gold keys, which I think is really, really cool. So I'm stoked about that. Next, let's talk about the combo talents here for our boy King Arthur. Now here you can see his AoE fan. Okay, so it is a pretty decent sized fan. It's not half circle, but it's big enough for sure. Okay, it's a 3 target AoE. It's insane. Now I do want to make a quick correction to yesterday's video where we revealed the skills for King Arthur, and I said that combo attacks regenerate rage. And as a person who was recording a video at 4:35 a.m. in the morning, that might actually not be true. Now, the reason that I said that combo attacks regenerate rage is because the first ever instance of combo attacks coming into Rise of Kingdoms was from Liu Che, and the original expertise for Liu Che read something along the lines of you have a 25% chance to launch an extra basic attack, and basic attacks regenerate rage, 86 rage per turn to be specific. And since then, I forgot that they've literally reworded this so that way this skill still functions the same as it's always functioned, but they've actually specifically said that this expertise launches a combo attack and gains rage, and these are two separate things. Okay, so it seems to be the case that the combo attack was not the thing that regenerated the rage, it was just part of Liu Che's expertise. I personally think that this has been reworded because they've probably gone back and rethought about how all of this stuff works behind the scenes and realized that combo attacks regenerating rage is too broken, legitimately, like it's actually broken. This extra rage is one of the reasons why Liu Che is one of the best commanders in the game. Of course, his active skill and the rest of his kit is insane as well, but like the free rage engine here makes it so you don't need the Horn of Fury with him. That's how good it is. So, and there's no cooldown, right, besides it only triggering once per second. So I just wanted to make this quick correction for you guys. I suspect that King Arthur probably will not regenerate rage with his combo attacks. Okay, and it's very important that I make this correction. I don't want to mislead you guys. I simply was just mistaken because I forgot that they changed the wording for that expertise so many months ago, because again, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. So King Arthur probably won't have a broken rage engine. He could, we'll have to test it, but it probably won't. Okay, so I just want to be very clear with that. Does that change my opinion on King Arthur? Absolutely not. I still think that this is probably the best cavalry commander in the game. It's hard to even think of who could possibly be better. He literally has a higher damage factor than Huo, but it's AoE. Like, hello, like it's just, and it's way higher than commanders like the Nevsky, right? Like it's 2300 versus 2800 times 3. Okay, it's a little less than times 3 because the you know, you get it. Anyway, my point is King Arthur is still the best cav commander in the game, most likely, so that doesn't change anything, but just wanted to be very clear. Now, very cool active skill. Let's take a look at all these talents here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is very nice. Okay, first point is half a percentage of attack. Over here on the right is a 1.5% defense. Okay, very cool. Let's go over here. This is 1.5% attack. Let me turn up the quality here, so that's more attack over there. This one over here is called no quarter. Whenever this commander's troop launches any type of combo attack against 15 rage, okay, we saw that already. This one is force of nature. Whenever this commander's troop launches any type of basic attack, you get a 10% chance to gain a 3% bonus to all damage for 3 seconds and a cooldown of 5 seconds. Okay, we saw that one already as well. This one is Colossus. This commander's troop deals 3% more combo attack damage of all types. Okay, so straight up just 3% all combo attack damage. That's very, very good. Next up, what is this one over here? We have Dragon Saber. This commander's troop deals 1.5% more normal damage. That also influences your combo attack damage, right? So that's also very, very solid. It's a small number, but it's nice. This is 0.5% of attack. Okay, what is this one over here? Is this March speed? Maybe can we get some March speed? 1% health. Okay, I'll take 1% health. That's nice. What's this one over here? Sorry if you can hear my keyboard tapping. This is 1% defense. Okay, this one is 0.5% of defense. Okay, what's the next one? This one says this commander's troop deals 6% more combo attack damage of all types, but also takes 3% more damage. Okay, so this is, I don't love the trade-off here, but the thing to keep in mind is that if you want this top talent, this is non-negotiable. You will have to take 3% more all damage, which is unfortunate. And in other trees, stuff like that is off on the sides because it's got a negative to it. In combo tree, it is non-negotiable. Here we get another 0.5% of attack. Come on, where's the March speed in this tree, man? Where's the March speed? All right, here's Walk in the Park. This commander's troop takes 1.5% less normal damage of all types. That's great. There's so many Liu Che's and William Wallace's in the field, so taking less smite damage is going to be great. Here you see 6% March speed. Okay, that's what we were waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have the final talent, 10% chance to launch a combo attack. Here we have 1% attack. This one, I think we saw this in yesterday's video as well. You have a 10% chance to reduce the target's health. Yes, that is like a built-in dagger. This is 0.5% of health. Do we get any more March speed in this tree? Probably not, right? 6%. standard for a blue talent tree. This one is you take 3% less damage when you're under 50% units. That's actually pretty good. I'll take that. Did they skip over this talent over here? I think they did, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like it could be really anything insane. So those are all the combo talents. We will have to, you know, do some testing in game to see what the best talents will be, considering that the cavalry tree is already really good. Of course, the versatility tree is trash, but all in all, I would say there's lots of really interesting things in the combo tree. You probably want to get the march speed at least, but I mean, cavalry are already pretty fast, so maybe you don't actually need it. So that's that. Let's take a look at the armament conversion feature. Now, this doesn't even, I actually don't even think this is an event. I think this is literally just a part of the game. So the commander swap event is a limited time thing. This looks like it's just something you can always do, which is really, really cool. So here we can see basically a best in slot armament, right? It's got destructive plus another inscription, very powerful stuff here, and it's got basically max stats. Maybe you'd prefer all damage or something, but regardless, this is basically best in slot armament. Okay, and you can swap it to best in slot for another formation, and it's going to cost 12 conversion stones. Okay, so basically the rules here are pretty simple. If you have a rare inscription, it's going to cost 3. If you have a single special inscription, it's going to cost 10. If you have 2 inscriptions, it's going to cost an additional 2. So if it's 2 rare ones, then it will be, I guess, 5 to swap it instead of the 12 here. But regardless, 12 is not bad. Okay, it's not bad. And then boom, you just swap it and you're done, and that's it. So I don't even think that there's any like restrictions here, which is really cool. You're going to get a decent number of these from your potentiate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. You're going to get a decent number of these from your achievements, and then beyond that, I think that you're going to be able to get these from, okay, so you get them from KVK. So 5 million units, you get 2, 15 million units, you get 3. So these will be quite premium, which is expected. Okay, Crystal Tycoon, you get 3, so that's really nice. And then you also, ooh, yeah, these are very premium. Okay, so this is probably the, I mean, is that if this is the, hang on, what is SGD? Singapore dollar equivalent? Okay, so 14.98, that's like $11. So is this going to be like a, is this the $10 bundle? Is that how that works? And this is the $5 bundle? I don't know. So for $10 you get 1 conversion stone and some VIP points and 2,200. Oh yeah, it must be the $10 bundle based on the gem value. Okay, so I guess there's not even a $5 bundle here. So conversion stones will be extremely expensive, so spend these very, very wisely. Obviously you're going to get them as a one-time thing from achievements, and then you can get some number of them from every KVK. But like, if you want to swap, like, I mean, if you're going to swap a legendary inscription armament, then it's going to be at least 10 stones, right? So you might be able to swap 1 armament per KVK, unless I'm misunderstanding what I saw back here. I didn't do the math and add all these up, but like if you like outperformed everywhere in KVK, maybe you get 10 stones, possibly. I didn't do the math, you can double check on that, but yeah, that's really expensive. But I mean, consider how hard it is to get these legendary events or these legendary armaments. Like, just the fact that you can do this at all is extremely good. This is very good for the armament system, so I'm very happy that this is in the game. So that's pretty much all the details that we have for that. They also went on to say that they have tweaked Realm of the Mystique. They also announced some holiday event things here. So the spring event is a cute little snake here. We have Ceroli Assault, Protect the Supplies, all that other stuff, which is great. You're going to get all sorts of goodies. Shining Pavilion is a new city theme that's going to get you, I think it's gathering speed, archer, attack, and gathering speed. Yeah, so pretty cool stuff here. It looks like it's covered in snow, which is interesting for a spring event. We also have Protect the Supplies, and we have some other things like an update to the chat feature. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's going to do it for today's video. I know the biggest thing that you guys were interested in was the commander swap event, so we finally have full details, and this update is coming on the 7th. So in like 3 days, this update will be live in game. We don't know if this is going to go live at the exact moment that we get the update. Probably not. It will probably come a couple of days after. That's my expectation, but who knows? It will probably come around the same time as the spring events. That's my guess, but maybe it will come right as the event launches. That's really what I'm hoping for. I want to get my hands on this. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. I am all in all like extremely happy with this event. Just the fact that we get the ability to swap commanders at all, and a full legendary for a gold key is 12,000 gems tops is insane. Okay, so this event is even better than I thought it would be, so I'm very excited about this. But let me know what you think in the comment section below, and while you're down there, drop a thumbs up on the video. It really helps out the channel a ton. It helps get this video out into the YouTube algorithm so other Rise of Kingdoms players might see it, and consider subscribing while you're down there and clicking the bell to be notified the next time I upload a Rise of Kingdoms video. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Omniarch. I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace.